Mm. There's nothing better than homemade lattes, honey. Okay. Oh, y'all, I'm still recovering from that botched haircut. So, while I tell y'all this story, I'm gonna be doing something useful because I have to. If I don't put my hands to business while I tell the story, I might choke someone. Like, it just costs too much to relive it. I don't fucking trust Ariana Grande, y'all. I said it, and I haven't said this in a while. I haven't told anyone the story, but it's just like, I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I'm also packing some Christmas gifts, so if I know you and you're alive, don't watch this, because I might be packing your Christmas gift. Or maybe not. So the story starts. It was last winter, so 2 winters ago. It was a snowy day. It was pretty cold outside. I walked into this coffee shop. We were downtown New York City. So we were like there for like a weekend or something. Like it wasn't like that. We were gonna be there for a long time. So I walk in and I'm like, oh, can I get, it was a coffee shop. I don't remember the name. It's not important. And I'm like, hi, can I please get a large venti vanilla latte? Because when it's cold outside, when it's winter, that's what I crave, you know? Like, I crave the coziness of a latte, of a warm drink, but I want it vanilla. I want a little flavor. If I just get a regular latte, it's not the same vibe, and you know it. Don't pretend like you don't know it, because it's true. Wrapping it up with like this kind of paper first, and then I'm gonna go in with a brown one. So it's gonna be kind of like a surprise, an explosion of colors. So I get my latte, and I'm like, hi, can I please get a latte? And the bartender, the barista goes, oh my god, that's like Ariana's usual order. And I'm like, huh? And she's like, yeah, Ariana Grande, she always comes to this coffee shop. And that's what she usually gets. And I'm like, a vanilla latte, like, large? Really? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, isn't that, like, everybody else's drink? Because it's, like, delicious. And she's like, no, no, no. Like, literally, like, the way you ordered it. Because I think I ordered it, like, at a certain temperature. I was, like, not too hot. Like, I said, like, 145 or something. I don't know. And the barista's like, oh my god, that's literally the same temperature that Ariana Grande gets. And I'm like, oh my god, work, we stand. And I'm like, I didn't know she comes here. And she's like, yeah, she literally comes like every week, like around the same time. She's coming here tomorrow probably, like according to her schedule. She would come here tomorrow at 5 p.m. So if you come, I'll give you a free drink if she's here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, shut up, really? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, okay, maybe I'll come. So I go the next day. I'm like, I spent the whole day, well, I didn't spend the whole day. Like that night I was like, I don't know if we should go or not. Like, Dion was there. He's like, I don't know if we should go or not. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Let's think. I don't want to think we're stalking her. But like, if they said a free drink, might as well get it. Anyways, long story short, let me finish wrapping this gift. Who knows how to wrap gifts? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So then the next day, after spending like the whole night, like being like, are we gonna meet Ariana Grande or not? Like, do we go to the same coffee shop or not? We were like, okay, let's go. Just simply because we were gonna go for coffee the next day, like, obviously. So we're like, okay, fine, let's go to the coffee shop. If she's there, she's there. If she's not there, she's not there, and we didn't meet her. But then we show up to the coffee shop, and she is there. And I'm like, oh my god, she wasn't lying. The barista wasn't lying. So then we come closer to to order, and the barista gives me a wink. She's like, and I'm like, oh my god, you were lying. And then she passed me a drink. As soon as she saw me, like, I think the barista started making the drink, and she's like, and then she goes, Ariana, Seb, I'm like, so we go up to get our drink at the same time, and I'm like grabbing my drink, she's grabbing her drink, and I go, oh my god, is that a vanilla latte 145 degrees Fahrenheit? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, I'm like, oh my god, me too. She's like, no way. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. So then I just keep walking. Everything's good at that point. I was like, I'm not gonna ask for a photo or anything because I don't want her to think I'm a stalker or anything. So then I just like, so I just had her same coffee, right? We're spending like a few minutes in that coffee shop, and are like, oh my god, we just saw her in real life. And she's tiny, by the way. She's like this big. And then she passes me. There's a dog right there. Next to us, there's a dog. That's important. An important detail about the dog. The dog is sitting like in between Ariana and I, and the dog is drinking a matcha latte, I think. He was just sitting there with his little gloves on the table, drinking like a large matcha. Like it was very large. It was like abnormally large. It was like, the cup was like this size, and the dog is like just like this. He would be like, I think he was like a chihuahua kind of thing. Anyways, he looks at me and goes, that's crazy. She never talks to anyone in this coffee shop. And I'm like, really? I'm like, first of all, how would you know, little chihuahua? Who invited you here? But I just like try to be nice to the chihuahua because I was like, well, if Ariana Grande is listening in or talking, like hearing, I'm like, I want her to think I'm nice to chihuahuas. Because like, I do love chihuahuas. I used to have a long hair chihuahua, but like, I don't know. If a chihuahua just like starts talking to me out of nowhere, I'm like, But anyways, I'm like, sure. And then she kind of sees that I'm talking to him, and she stands up and she goes, here, I think you might like this better than me. And I'm like, oh my god, thank you, Ariana. I go, thank you, Ariana. And then the uncle's like, and she just like winks at me and leaves. And like, I'm just like, wow, I just got 2 free lattes, one from Ariana Grande. This is my lucky day. The chihuahua's like, oh my god, she never does that. I'm like, wait, are you a regular here too? Apparently everyone in that coffee shop is a regular. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want everyone to go to the coffee shop. Long story short, I drink my first latte and I take the latte that she gave me to go. Because I was like, well, I'm not going to drink them both right now, but I'm going to enjoy them. This little free Ariana Grande latte. Is anyone watching really good at wrapping gifts? Because I used to be good with regular paper. I feel like I find this paper harder to work with. Anyways, so then Dion and I keep go like tourists around New York. We're walking, it's snowing, it's perfect winter time, and I'm holding my little coffee like this. I'm like, ooh, my Ariana Grande coffee, yes. And I was a fan before this night. And then I started drinking it. I had the first sip of that vanilla latte, 145 degree, no foam, Fahrenheit. And I'm like, it kind of burns. I'm like, oh, that's kind of like spicy. Like, it doesn't taste like my regular. And I'm like, oh my god. And then I just keep drinking it. But like, I'm like, throughout the whole day, I'm like, start sweating because it's so spicy. And I'm like, what is going on? And then we go into an elevator to go up the Empire State Building, which is like tall as hell. The elevator takes like fucking 3 hours. So I'm in the elevator for 3 hours. And I just, like, I finished my coffee at that point. I literally had like the last sip on the way up. And I just hear my stomach. I'm like, I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Dina's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm not okay. I'm about to deliver some presents, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, and as I'm like start shaking from like feeling everything in my body going south, like south the equator, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like hold a drink and it's this XOXO Ariana, and I'm like, and I knew it. As soon as I saw her little sign, I turned the cup around. It says vanilla latte, large, oat milk, 145 degree, no foam, extra spicy, and extra laxatives. This bitch put extra laxatives in my coffee. and gave it to me and knew what she was doing. So I shat all this elevator. Like, the elevator was brown after I got through it. We didn't get kicked out of the Empire State Building, thank goodness. Because my friend Katniss Everdeen was there, and she's, like, really good. Like, she's really good friends with the owner of the elevator, of the Empire State Building. So we're good. But that night, I knew I have a vendetta against Ariana Grande. I knew she wanted me to shit my pants because she knows that I have the same coffee likeness as her. And you know what? I'm never going to trust her again. That's like it for me. I love her music. I love her as a person. She's really nice. But I don't know if it was a prank or not. But I honestly, allegedly, this all happened, by the way. I don't want to get sued. But it's just not the vibe. I don't recommend y'all having the same coffee taste as anyone. Because like, apparently it's something rivalrous in the streets of New York. But when I saw you, I don't trust her. You don't even want to hear. You don't even want to hear about the story I have of her with Winona Ryder. Girl, that's for another video. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna finish packing these gifts and then send them out for little Christmas moments. Check out below for our podcast. Check out below for all of our social media links below. Follow us everywhere. And I love you, and you better be nice and not naughty. And don't order an extra venti large vanilla latte no foam, oat milk latte vanilla with extra spicy and laxatives, because that will make you rue the day. That's all.